Hello, everyone, and thank you for listening to yet another episode of How I Met My Brother podcast. In this episode, we'll be exploring a lot. So, buckle up, get ready, and let's get it. See you then. This is How I Met My Brother.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the How I Met My Brother podcast. I'm here with my gregarious co-host, Jacob, Cody. Jacob, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling a little bit feisty today. I listened to some rap music on the way.
Oh, okay.
Some Schoolboy Q.
Schoolboy
some
Q.
Juicy J, some
You're
Baby.
You're a big academia guy. Schoolboy over there.
Schoolboy,
Q, I get it.
We always be learning, you know?
Schoolboy J over here on the track.
Yeah.
Can you spit us a quick little rap right now?
I can't.
Little rhyme sesh? No?
Oh, man. No, I can't. I bet you could, but I cannot. I cannot do that on command.
Yeah, all I say is word to your mother, and I'm on How I Met My Brother.
This is How I Met My Brother.
Rapping with my friend Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
I like my chicken with no curry and no Steph.
Ooh.
You like that?
Yeah, that was good.
Hey.
That was actually really good.
Thank you.
This goes back to not being able to think outside the box. Like I always say that I cannot do.
Yeah, that's...
So I don't know. You have the creative mind.
There we go. Maybe we'll have a segment on here where I just start spitting off the dome.
I like that idea. I like that. Yeah.
Maybe. I got to think more about it, but we'll go there. All right, I have something real quick for you, and you know what it is.
Okay.
But I wanted to just bring it here on the pod.
Mm-hmm.
So every Monday night, to all the listeners out there, we record the pod.
Yep.
And then we go play in our golf league that we play in, where we're partners, where we're 3-0 right now, possibly 4-0. We haven't checked the standings yet.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, we go out to eat.
Yep.
Usually with just us. Sometimes David Jr. comes. David Jr. is a classic on the pod here.
Mm-hmm.
And last week we went to KFC Taco Bell, and this guy comes in and just goes up to the register, doesn't explain himself at all, and just says, "I need a quarter. I need a quarter." And the poor girl at the cash register is just sitting there, like, excuse me? And he's like, "I need a quarter. I just need a quarter. I got my laundry in the laundromat next door. Nobody's got quarters around here. I need a quarter." And the girl's like, "Sorry, sir, like I can't just give you a quarter from the register." But she's like not knowing what to. And so then the manager comes over, or I'm assuming is the manager or someone, is like, "Sorry, we can't open the cash register unless there's a sale." And then he just keeps going about the quarter. But then randomly throughout it, he's like, "Yeah, I'll give you $1 for 4 quarters." And she's like, "Oh, I can do that for sure." But like, what? Like, why would you not just explain that in the beginning?
What it took to get to that point.
I know.
Was just ridiculous.
Bro,
I was slightly concerned for them. When he first walked in,
yeah,
I was like, ooh, I don't know. We're about to, have to jump over the counter and choke this dude out or something.
Yeah, it was one of those moments where you didn't know what was going to happen. Because you walked in and he was disheveled, and then he just immediately goes to, "I need a quarter. Need a quarter." And he said it just like that, too.
And he was like, "I've just been to the packy and they can't give me any quarters."
Yeah. I took a Yui back there. I banged the Yui and I went to the packy. No quarters. No quarters at all.
They ain't got no quarters. You believe that? No quarters.
Everybody else here, no quarters. What are you supposed to get? What's the guy supposed to get a quarter around here?
It's so true, though.
Oh man, yeah, he was a wild card for sure.
A wild card, to say the least. Did you see how he parked in the parking spot?
You remember the door was open? I think you told me.
The door was open. He parked halfway in one spot and halfway in the other, totally diagonal. He left the car running.
I'm not gonna lie. When you told me that his door was open and he parked like that, all I could think of was this guy's gonna come in and rob this place, and we're gonna have to put our hero fantasies into place right now. I actually looked at. I was looking around what can I do?
I know. That would have been a much better story if he did rob the place. That would have been exciting.
We could come on here as heroes.
Yeah.
But
unfortunately, he didn't rob.
Unfortunately,
KFC Taco Bell.
Nobody was traumatized in this experience. Just a laughing moment. And as soon as he walked out, I don't know if you heard this, but the girl behind the counter was just she just stood there for a second, and then she was like, the frick? And then just walked in the back, and I was like, yeah, that's exactly what went through my head, lady.
Yeah.
But I bring that up as well. Sorry to just go right for it.
Keep going.
But
the less I talk, the better.
A similar situation happened, but not. It's in the same ballpark. So I went to Panera Bread with Jordan the other day.
Okay.
And we walk in, and we're just gonna get food real quick, but we decided to eat in. And this dude walks in, and he's dressed just. Have you seen Despicable Me?
Oh yeah.
He's dressed just like Gru. Like he's got the black with the tie and everything, like the gray striped tie.
Oh yes, the tie. Yes.
Exactly. And he walks in, bro. He just walks in. He's like fully dressed. So think about that, and then think about like Panera and like how they dress.
Okay.
Dude just walks straight to the back, like behind the counter.
Really?
And I'm like, oh, maybe he's here for his shift. I didn't think anything of it. But then he comes back from like in the back, comes back to the front, and just starts taking pictures of like the cash registers.
That's weird.
And we're on the screens like ordering, and we're just looking like, this is weird. And then I was like, okay, maybe he like is the manager and needs to like send a picture. But then the workers are all looking at each other like, who the heck is this?
Yeah.
And like everybody's like confused. I'm like, bro, what is this guy? Then he goes like back where they're making the sandwiches and just starts taking pictures of things. And we're all like, should we stop him? Like,
yeah.
I'm like, should I go back there? But like nobody was questioning him. And then out of nowhere, like the lady, like this guy comes up front where we are, and the lady that's like right there in the cash register, she's like, who is that? And the guy's like, I have no idea. And it was just like, and I was like, because it got funnier and funnier, because I was like, oh, like he works here. But then every worker in the building was like, why is this guy taking pictures of like our computers and ovens?
He must have been a health inspector.
So then this is what doesn't make sense to me is, so after a while I guess they asked him, and then like word got back to us, and like because the lady and I were talking, because I was like, what the. Yeah. I was like, I would have stopped him if I knew. And he said he was from IT.
Panera Bread IT.
Yeah. So he said he's from IT, and then at first I was like, oh, yeah. And then I sat down and I was like, Panera Bread IT taking pictures of the... And I was like, bro, it's like... I forgot what day it was. I think it was Wednesday.
Yeah.
It was Wednesday, yeah. And it was like 9 p.m.
Yeah, no.
Like, what IT guy is going into Panera Bread at 9 p.m. on a Wednesday to take... It's not like he was on the computer, like, fixing anything. Just taking pictures.
Story does not check out.
So, anyways, we still don't know. He could be, it could just be Gru. Maybe he's stealing. He's Gru.
He could be. Wow, that's weird.
And then, like, randomly, like, 100 little yellow things started running. Just kidding.
Yeah. Weird. I also don't like. Wouldn't the Panera Bread IT guys know what the cash registers look like? So
yeah.
Why would they need?
I had no. It was like none of it made sense. But in the beginning, I was just like, "Oh, this guy's." I questioned it at first because I was like, "This guy just like ran back there." It's weird. But then it came out and like nobody said anything. But then as soon as everybody started looking worried, I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
But just random things like that, you know?
So we'll see if Panera Bread Webster's on the news.
Yeah.
I guess.
It's like Panera Bread was hacked and...
yeah. Thousands of customer information stolen.
Yeah. If so, it was Gru.
Yeah, it was Gru. I'd like to hear your impression. Not gonna lie.
Dude, so when you did it, I was like, I've done it before.
Yeah.
But I have to like hear it. I have to like hear it to do it. Just give me a second. Like, what does he say? Give me something that he says.
Oh gosh, I don't know. I'll give you a line that I would like you to hear you say.
Okay. All right, you do it first. Yeah. Give me a line.
Say, "Oh, Jeff, those banana muffins were delicious."
Oh, this is not a line from the movie.
No.
I was like, I don't remember this part. Who's Jeff? No, I can't. I gotta hear
that's
it.
understandable.
I gotta hear it. If I could hear it, I could do it.
Yeah. I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
It's just one of those things.
Just got a Snapchat from Jade Adams.
Oh.
Whoever that is.
Do you get those a lot?
Yeah, every day.
I get them every day. And you know what makes you mad is I'll get for those of you guys who don't know, we don't actually know Jade Adams.
Yeah, no.
It's just one of those bots.
Mm-hmm.
But on Instagram, bro,
I don't get those much.
Bro, I don't get I don't get followers. I just get, they like my story. So then I get a notification that I was like, oh, someone likes my story. And I click on it and it's like, XOXO flower rose girl 27. And it's like, who's this? And you click on it and it's like, looking for hot singleness. I'm single. Let's meet up. Yeah. And I'm like, bro, what?
I love boys.
I love boys. And it's just like, there's every picture they have is the same picture of them in a row.
Then there's a Cash App in the link in the bio.
I hate it. I always get excited that I'm getting a like on my story and it's just a fake bot.
Yeah, and then of course, like my phone will be sitting on the counter and it'll be like, "Oh, Jade Adams sent you a Snapchat," and Jess is like, "Okay, who's Jade Adams? Explain this to me." And I'm like, I literally have no idea who she is. She's like, sure.
It's ruining marriages, guys.
Yeah, ruining marriages.
Come on, Mark Zuckerberg. Fix it.
Zucks doesn't own Snapchat.
No, he doesn't own Snap, but he owns Instagram.
He could fix that.
Meta. He could.
I have a little update.
Oh.
So we talked about the dentist last week, and exactly 1 week ago, almost, I had a dentist appointment. I was nervous, as usual. But as soon as I got in there and sat down with Liza, my hygienist, and Dr. Youssef, my dentist, I just felt bad for saying things on the pod that I said about how I don't like to go there.
Bro, stop it.
My teeth are clean, and I love my people. All is well. It was an enjoyable experience. I have the world's greatest dentist. Anyone in this area, Norwich Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, they are the best in the entire world. I hate the dentist, but I love my dentist.
So, is that your rec? Is that Jeff's rec?
That's Jeff's rec for the day. Norwich Family and Cosmetic Dentistry.
All right, let me give my rec. Don't go to the dentist and brush your teeth and floss as much as you can. And, smile more.
I think
that's my rec.
That's fair. Fine. Whatever. I think it's because he butters me up, though, because he's like, oh, man, look at those chompers.
Yeah.
Remember us little people when you get to Hollywood? And I'm like, oh, thanks, Dr. Youssef. Thanks, Liza.
He's like, I heard you were in that commercial, buddy. Look at those teeth. I was wondering, but now I don't have to wonder. It's all about them teeth right there.
That's actually how he talks, though. He's like he'll come up to me, and then he'll put his hand on my shoulder. He's like, hey, Jeff, how you doing, pal? Shake my hand.
Hey,
how's
really?
everything going? Yeah, you look great. I'm like, oh, man, look at those pearly whites.
Look at
I'm like, oh, thanks, Doc.
Man, looking like Chip Skylark. You ever watch...
Yes.
Yeah. My shiny teeth and me.
Yeah.
My dentist, I haven't been there in a while.
Oh, freaking dirtbag.
Yeah, I know. What am I going to do? I guess I could schedule
a dentist appointment.
But no. My dentist, though, he reminds me of Eeyore.
Oh.
My mom does a great impersonation of him as well because she goes there as well. And he goes and he's like, hey, how you doing? But he does the same thing. My teeth could be rotted with like pieces of like death in them. And he'd be like, well, looks like you're brushing pretty good. And I'm just like, bro, I could be like, I haven't brushed my teeth in 6 months. And he'd be like, well, we all make mistakes, but you're doing great. So, like, that part is all right. My old dentist used to be like, it looks like you missed 3 minutes of brushing this whole year. You need to get your act together.
Yeah.
So I feel better, but I still just hate it. I just hate the biggest thing I hate is when I was a kid and I went to the dentist. I think this scarred me.
Yeah.
Besides the one I think I told this last week. Or maybe I just told you. When he didn't let the numbing thing go.
Oh yeah.
And then it he hit my cavity or the nerve and it made me jump. That ruined it. But also, there was a time where I had to get a few cavities filled when I was a kid.
Mm.
And he's got 6 different things in my mouth. And he's talking to me, asking me questions. And I'm trying to answer, but I got a freaking the UV light that like hardens the stuff in my mouth, like shoved in my cheek. I can't say anything. And then he pulls out and he's like, "Are you gonna answer me?" And I'm like, first of all, that's not how you talk to a 12-year-old kid that's on the dentist table. Second of all, like, bro, you had a freaking UV light shoved down my throat. How am I supposed? All I can say is, "Oh." What does that even mean? You don't even know. Oh man.
Yeah. See, that's why Liza and I just vibe so well. She does. We talk between flossing and brushing, and it's just great.
Yeah. See,
we're those same age.
I don't mind. See, I guess I don't disagree with your total opinion. I do like my dentist is a nice guy, and I like him. I just hate going to the dentist. I hate it. I hate when they're like chipping away at my teeth, and if it was just like the polishing, like they just went in there and did a little bit and here and there and it was done, like cool. But like, oh, I see you got a cavity here. Like, leave me alone, all right? I like sugar.
Yeah, I'm picturing it, and I just love I can picture him perfectly. Like, oh, how you doing today, Doc? Oh, just working my way through the 100-acre woods.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he sounds like, bro. I think I've said that, and he's like, well, couple hours left.
Is that Dr. Gazzola?
Yeah.
Is it?
I think so.
In Thompson?
How do you know this?
Yeah, because he used to be my dentist.
Oh, really?
He moved from Norwich to Thompson.
No way. No way. That's wild. Bro, matching dentist?
Yeah, dude.
Did you like him?
He was fine. He was okay, but he's not my dentist now.
Yeah, he's not.
But he's good. I would.
You were the dentist.
You were the dentist.
Gazzola.
That's why I could picture him, because I know him.
That's wild.
He's a bigger guy, black hair. He used to. It might be gray now.
It's a small world after all, eh?
Yeah, that's really weird.
Same dentist. Mm-hmm. We are brothers.
Dr. Gregory Gazzola in the little
plaza down there.
Plaza right next to the Packy. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, right next to the ye old Packy.
That's so funny.
Oh man.
Come to my dentist.
Yeah,
my
that's
people
too far,
would
bro.
gladly have you. It's not that far.
Norwich, my guy.
It's not that bad. They're worth it. Trust me, they are so worth it. They're amazing. Anyways is right.
That's funny. We have the same dentist, or we had the same.
We
dentist.
did one day.
That's so random that you just pulled that out of your. I was like, "There's no way you guessed Gazzola or whatever his name is." Like, no way.
Yeah. So I've been on a new kick lately.
Oh. What's the kicker here?
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I am absolutely obsessed with Jeopardy.
Oh, Jeopardy?
Totally.
Big obsessed. Game show guy over here?
No, I hate game shows. I love Jeopardy.
Let me tell you, Jeopardy is a game show.
Jeopardy is a trivia and knowledge show. It's not a game show. Don't get it twisted.
Do you win money?
You do, but because you answer questions correctly.
Yeah, it's a game show.
No, it's different. There's no luck. It's all skill.
Game shows have skill.
It. No, hardly ever.
What do you mean?
You think Wheel of Fortune has skill?
Yeah, you have to be a critical thinker and guess the words, and then Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Not a game show.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? That's better. I'll watch Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
That's a game show.
But I refuse to watch all this garbage. Whatever Bob Parker, the price is whatever. The price is right.
Bob.
Goodness gracious, I can't even take it. I hate it. But Jeopardy. Now that's
Jeopardy,
a show.
I'm pretty good at Jeopardy.
Are you?
I used to watch Jeopardy a decent amount.
Jess and I watch it every night now for the last few weeks. Who's the Ken Jennings, the Jeopardy champ?
He's the new
the host.
Host?
Yeah. He's the host on the Alex Trebek stage, and I cannot.
Yeah, rest in peace.
R.I.P. is right. I can't get over because when the show starts, it's always man, I cannot.
I thought you watch this every night.
I know. Now I'm blanking. But when they introduce Ken Jennings, it goes, and here's your host, and I'm always like, Alex Trebek,
yeah,
Ken Jennings, and I'm like, what? It doesn't sound right. Yeah, but I have come to love Ken. Ken is great.
I've seen a few with him, and he's all right. Did you ever see when Aaron Rodgers hosted it?
Yeah, I don't really care for Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
he's pretty pompous.
I agree with that. He's good on the football field, but even then, he wasn't that great this year.
Agreed. But I've been...
Stick to football, Aaron.
Agreed. I've been watching Jeopardy every night. I've been doing the questions online. I've been listening to the Jeopardy podcast.
Bro, you're getting the Jeopardy podcast?
I got it bad, dude.
Hey, you're at work and your dad's like, hey, Jeff, can you give me the dimension of this roof? And you're like, what is 600 square feet?
Who is Owens Corning, Pink Panther?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, it's bad, but I love it, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, Jeopardy's fun. That's probably making you smarter. You probably have a lot of random knowledge now.
I've been doing a lot, like the questions I've been getting right have been increasing progressively.
Did you ever were you ever in a class in high school where you played like Jeopardy for for the subject of the class? Like I remember, Mrs. Canoyer used to do Jeopardy for history class, and you'd like pick like I don't know, Civil War for 200, and you'd answer a question about the Civil War or something like that. That was fun.
That was the best. That and like
those days were awesome.
Yeah, that was so much fun. There's this guy on there now. His name is Yogesh, and he's just totally brilliant. He's won 3 games in a row. He's going for 4 tonight.
Yeah.
And he's
going for 4 tonight.
He's awesome. He's a very Indian man. He's in his like 50s or so.
Yogesh.
And yeah.
Reminds me of yogurt.
Okay, yep. They sound similar.
You know what yogurt is?
Yogurt, yeah.
No, sorry.
What you eat?
Wait, I was thinking of Go-Gurt. You know what yogurt is, Jeff?
I was like, yeah, I'm aware of yogurt.
Yogesh's yogurt.
I love Go-Gurt.
Freshly made every
Go-Gurt's
day.
Good.
Go-Gurt's real good. I love Go-Gurt. All right, keep going.
But Yogesh, he's brilliant, obviously, and every single question, he's so animated. When he goes to answer, he's like on the buzzer, and if he doesn't get it right, he's like, and then it's the funniest thing. Jess and I, we watched one the other night, and this guy, heading into Final Jeopardy, he was beating Yogesh by like $3,000 or something. Oh. And they had like 22 grand and 19 grand. And the question was about books. It was about some kind of book series, and the answer was Tom Clancy.
Tom Clancy writes war books.
Yeah, well, he died in 2013.
Oh, well, he wrote.
Yeah.
War books. Yeah. And video games. Yeah.
But that was the answer, and Yogesh went first because he was in second, and the third place person was negative, so they didn't matter. So Yogesh went first, and he got it right with Tom Clancy, and he wagered like $3 grand or whatever. And then the other guy, I think his name was Peter, he went next, and we were like just hoping, like, come on, don't have Tom Clancy. Come on, Peter, get it wrong.
Yeah.
And he got it wrong. And we literally started clapping and yelling.
For his... Yeah.
Because
for
Yogesh moved on to Monday night,
Peter's
baby.
downfall is Yogesh's uprising. Yeah. I like it.
Dude, it gets me fired up. And at the end I was like, now that was a match. Now that was a game of Jeopardy.
So that is a buzzer beater right there.
Yeah.
I respect that. So Jeopardy, do you take your winnings does Peter win anything? Does he leave with his money?
So third place wins 1,000, second place wins 2,000, then first place wins whatever they won for the game.
Oh, really? That's
so
it?
he was at 23 grand.
So you win 1,000 no matter what.
Yeah.
Because third place is last.
Mm-hmm. Even though the lady on Friday ended with negative $800.
But she still wins 1,000, or she wins 200?
1,000.
Dang.
Yeah, she
was.
But
so Yogesh leaves with that money, $22K.
Yes.
And then he'll have an opportunity to make more today.
Yeah. So his 2-day total going into Friday was 75 grand, and then he won another 22,000 or whatever.
That's heavily taxed, I think. Right?
Yeah.
Game shows,
you lose like half of it.
Yeah. Still.
It's like the lottery,
but like just knowing trivia and winning a couple grand, like even then.
Yogesh is the most like monotone like Indian guy. Respectfully, he's really cool. I'm not trying to be, whatever. Respectfully. But he has a podcast, and he is the most like the last person you would ever think could run a podcast. So I look forward to listening to it. I don't know the name of it, but I'll research it and I'll give it a listen. Maybe I'll give it a rec next Monday.
Yeah.
We'll check in with how Yogesh did.
Yeah, man. Yogesh, what a guy.
I'll show you a picture. Actually, he's going to be on the cover of this.
All right, good.
He'll be on the cover for
this episode.
For this episode, yeah.
Yeah, Yogesh's yogurt. He should start a yogurt company.
Yeah.
Yogeshert.
I
don't know. We're working on it. I'll get a copyright for him, or trademark, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I like Jeopardy. I'm a big game show guy altogether.
Jess is too, and I very few can I watch.
I used to have this little wheel that you plugged into the TV and you could play Wheel of Fortune.
I had that too.
I liked Wheel of Fortune.
That was fun. And
I liked Family Feud. And there was this one that I can't remember what it's called, but it was, man.
What happened? What was it?
It was, dude, I can't even tell you. I'm an idiot. I can picture it in my head, like the way it looked. It was basically like you had to. There was like words, like there was dots, like dashes. It's coming back to me.
Okay.
There was dashes on the screen, like there'd be like 4 here, 6 here, 5 here, 4 here, and they'd give you like a topic, and you had to like come up with a word, and if the word was on there, then it would fill. You had to try to get as many as you could and fill them, and then you get points.
I don't think I'm familiar with that one.
I'm gonna figure out the name and get it for you. It was fun because you could like play along and just guess those words and try. It was like American something, I can't remember.
Huh.
But good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm not just like the Game Show Network. You might as well just let your brain rot. No,
really,
not a fan at all.
See ya.
But Jeopardy, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Even Are You Smarter Than the Fifth Grader was okay.
Yeah.
Like games where you have to have knowledge and you have to be able to answer questions. You deserve the money. Like I don't want this random like Jerome to walk off the street and go up onto Bob Barker's stage and be able to guess the price for a couch and get $500. Like what? Who cares?
Come on down. I like Bob Barker, right?
Didn't he die too?
Yeah, I think so, actually. And at one point it was dude with the glasses on Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Drew Carey?
Drew Carey was the Price is Right guy.
Whose Line? That's another good show.
Yeah.
He did host Is the Price is Right.
Yeah.
The Price is Right.
What was I going to say? The Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, me and my brother had this game for like PC. Like you'd put the disc in and play this game. And it was Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and we would try to play and see how far we could get.
Yeah.
And one time I won. I won $1 million. Guess what the last question was?
You're going to have to tell me.
I'm going to give it to you, and if you answer it right, I'll give you $1 million.
All right. Okay.
I think I might have asked you this before, so you might know this. Before the like American bird logo was an eagle, what bird was it?
Is it a bird of prey?
No.
I feel like
you can't ask that, but I'll say no.
Okay. I feel like we've talked about this before. And it was a little sissy little bird that you wouldn't think. Was it I don't know, a pigeon?
No, I think that's what you said when I asked you the first time, and you guessed.
Yeah, so what is it?
Not a bad guess.
Clearly
it's a turkey.
It's a turkey. Okay.
Turkey. And I remember I had no lifelines, and I just guessed. I was like, this is for the freaking $1 million, bro.
And you got it?
And I got it, and you don't do it. It's just like Regis Philbin's like, you are a millionaire! And I was like, that's freaking cool!
Yeah.
And then I went to the table and ate my raviolis.
And went to bed happy.
Yeah,
it was a good day.
Those were the days. Those were the days when I had this like really old laptop, and I was homeschooled at the time, and we had these for 1 year. I'm so glad my mom stopped. For 1 year, we had these like videos we had to watch, and it was like you were in a classroom, and she would like call on you in the video. It was so dumb.
Yeah.
But anyway, I had this video, and it had this like, and I still can't find it. I've been looking for it, but it was like this video software that you could play video on, like through a DVD, but you could like change the speed. You could like put it in reverse.
Oh,
like all these options, and I would like put it in like really fast and be like, and I just would watch it all, and then it would like say complete. My mom was like, "Oh, good job," and I was like, "Let's freaking go, my guy."
Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah.
Going back to like the Jeopardy games in the classroom and Around the World. Did you play Around the World? Because that was more of like a middle school thing for me. I don't think I did it in high
like
school.
Basketball.
No, but it's similar to that. So
I don't think so.
In middle school, maybe elementary school too. In class, it was like Fridays or something. We did it because it was a fun way to end the week, but we were still doing like classwork.
Yeah.
You would start at one desk. Like if you and I were sitting in front of each other or behind, whatever, you would come up next to me, and then we would have just the two of us have a chance to answer the question that the teacher said. And if you got it right, you moved up to the next desk.
Okay.
And you challenged them. And then whoever got farthest, like Around the World, would win.
Oh. Yeah, I did that with myself.
Nice.
I'd walk up to myself, and they'd be like, "What was the first president? George Washington."
Yeah, and then you'd walk back to yourself.
Yeah, I'd go to just run around in a circle, go back, sit next to myself. It was actually like a dummy of me.
Yeah. Tough life.
Yeah. Anyway.
That was the blast. That was a blast.
I used to play with, so when I was homeschooled, I would go, my mom worked at our church, and so I would go to the church with her, and I'd do my homework in like the kids' playrooms or whatever. And like when I was done with my homework, I would just have all this time to kill and nobody was around. So I would like take the things around me and just like have them in imagination. Like I think I've told you this before. Like I used to take the pencil and and I'd do that, and then I'd take like the markers and they'd be my lightsabers, or I'd play with the puppets. At one point, our church had like N64s, like Nintendo 64s.
Oh, that's cool.
In like the room, and I used to play, but it wasn't Mario Kart. It was Mickey Mouse Race something. Mickey Mouse Race House, maybe? I don't know.
Mickey Mouse Race House, that makes sense.
It was Mario Kart, but Mickey Mouse.
That's fun.
And and it would always, you'd click start, and it would go, he'd be like, "Oh boy, let's race!" And that was how it started every time. Yeah, it was good times.
That's cool. We just got we're following a new like sales program at work, and we're just starting it, and they have games like that for sales, like Jeopardy and like stuff like that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. We haven't really done it yet, but I've just looked at it.
Sounds fun.
It makes it a lot more fun.
Yeah. So last Friday, I'm just trying to get my work done, and my landlord, I don't want to say this too loud, he's right below us, but he calls me, and so I think I've told you this, but I guess we're switching my like my heating stuff from gas to propane. So they got a new propane tank, and they're like switching stuff over. Like, but he'll see me outside and he'll tell me like, "Oh, these guys, they take it forever. Like they're starting to tick me off." And like it's funny because I always see him. He's always outside smoking a cig at like 2 a.m.
Really?
I don't know. That's weird. But he calls me, and he's like, "Hey, these guys are gonna be coming over later, and all they gotta do is check behind your stove to see if there's a leak before they can like turn it over on and whatever and stuff." And he's like, "Should take like 3 minutes. I know there's no leaks. I checked it myself. Blah blah blah. All this stuff, whatever." So I'm like, "All right, cool.
Now you'll know for sure."
Yeah. So then I'm like, I'm chilling there, and he said he was gonna call me before they came over, but they didn't call him. These guys were jokes.
Were they?
Bro, let me tell you. So like, I don't really know anything about heating or plumbing or anything like that with the pipes and whatever, but they come over, and everybody's in my apartment. Like, there's two of the heating guys, and then my landlord and me. And I'm chilling over there, and this dude's on the ground. He's like, "Yeah, we gotta check for leaks." And he like sprays it, and he's like, "Yup, leak." And I'm like, maybe I'm just an idiot, or maybe you might know this, but like, there was nothing happened. He sprayed this pipe and then said leak, but I was looking at the pipe.
Nothing.
And nothing was bubbling. Nothing smelled weird.
Was there a color change?
Nothing. No, I was looking. There was nothing.
Wow.
And so he said leak, and then my landlord's like, oh, that's weird. Like, I checked him, and, like, my landlord is, like, in construction, and, like, he didn't do it, his buddy did, but, like, he, like, knows stuff, so I'm like, like, what? And then the guy keeps saying, yeah, there's, like, 5 leaks on this. And I'm like, I don't see anything. And then he's just a jerk. He's like, my landlord's like, oh, it's weird, blah, blah, and the guy's like, yeah, I'm never wrong. I'm never wrong about this. I knew there was some leaks. Yeah. And I'm just like, yeah, you're a scumbag. Like, get out of my apartment, you dirtbag. But anyway, this takes for like 45 minutes.
Really?
Like, cause they're like they untake it. They like put this goo in there to like get it tighter. And my landlord's like, I already did that. Like, you can see like the resin on the pipe. Like, the goo I use the same goo. Like, all stuff. But whatever. It was funny because I was just like, what's going on? And it was frustrating. But anyway, so they figured out, I guess I had 5 leaks in my stove. I never use it anyway, so it doesn't matter. We joked about that. I was like, yeah, I don't really use the stove. And the guy was like, yeah, my kid's in college. He only uses an air fryer. And I was like, yeah, same. But I'm just chilling there, and my landlord's like, just out of nowhere, he's like, see you having some girls over lately. And I'm like, oh, like, and it's just one.
Yeah.
And like, not even like often, but he's like, he just says that, and I'm like, oh, and he's like, oh, I'm jealous, man. I'm jealous. And I'm like, oh yeah, and he's like, yeah, the other day my wife asked me, if I could do it all over again, would I? And I was like, no, too much work. And I'm like, yeah, this dude is going off right now.
Oh my gosh.
I was laughing pretty hard, and then he's like, but yeah, man, I wish I could be you, brother. Wish I could be you. And I'm like, all right, man. Yeah, good stuff.
That's too funny,
dude. And then like, so time passes, whatever. Like, they're finishing up, whatever. And then same thing, like out of nowhere. Excuse me. Sorry, a little frog in my throat. Ribbit. Anyways,
got it.
Randomly out of nowhere, he's looking around and he's like, keeping it pretty clean in here. These girls clean for you too? And I'm like, they like to help me out. And he just dies laughing. He's like, brother, you're living the dream, brother. And he like taps me up, and I'm like, yeah. Oh man, I just thought it was funny. I was like, out of nowhere, like we're like talking about like and he's just like goes into, he thinks we're like friends. You know what I mean? And like later that day, he called me, asked me a question. He's like, did they say this? And I was like, oh yeah, he said this before he left about the oil guys. And I'm like, that's the extent of it. Like, that's all he asked. And then he just goes on. He's like, oh yeah, bro, like last Friday I was doing this, and then we just talked for like 12 minutes. And I'm just like, bro, like what's going on right now? Like, did we just become best friends or something? Because like, what? But now we're close.
Do you guys talk all the time now?
Not really, but he'll just randomly call me, and it'll be like the beginning of the conversation is like is relatable. Like, oh hey, we're switching this. I just wanted to let you know. Oh, okay, thanks, buddy. And then it should end there, but then it goes into like last Friday, his like grandkid was in a dance recital, or you know what I mean, like. And I'm like, all right, man, like, it's not like I don't want to talk, but like, I got stuff to do, you know what I mean? But I just sit there and talk because I'm like, I don't want to be a jerk, you know?
You gotta keep that rent low, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, don't raise my rent, baby. We're friends now.
You should just be like, listen, lower my rent by $200 a month. You can talk to me for 2 hours.
Yeah, one of those phone lines.
Yeah, 2 hours for
friendship phone line. Yeah. I charge 200 every 3 months. That's what I charge.
It's reasonable. I might start paying that.
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna start charging now whenever you call me.
It's good because I don't call you anyway.
Yeah. You just call me ugly.
When have I ever? When have I ever?
Just kidding. You call me gregarious. Whatever the frick that means.
Gregarious.
Sorry.
Social.
Who's Greg?
You're social.
Is this your new pod mate?
Greg is you. You are Greg.
I am Greg.
You are Greg.
Nah, I love Greg.
You're a social butterfly.
Hey, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I thought that was funny, and I didn't get like work done for an hour and a half because these guys were just in my apartment on the floor fixing this tube. And
you didn't even know you were living the dream.
Yeah, I know.
Apparently you are.
Living the freaking dream, I guess. You know what I mean? In my 400 square foot apartment. Blessed for sure.
That's for sure.
Yeah, that was my story.
So
what do you think?
I think you're blessed.
All right, thanks, man. All right, go ahead.
I was gonna move on because I thought
let's move on.
Milked that cow for all she was worth.
No, that was a good one.
Okay, it was good. It was a good one.
Shut up. Just go.
What are you talking about?
I'm gonna punch you in the face.
I just said we juiced the orange for as much as we could, and there's no more pulp coming out.
I hate pulp. I hate it.
Well,
why'd you have to bring pulp into this?
Squeeze some more into your mouth then.
Sometimes
I forget that we're being recorded right now.
Yeah. Just kidding, guys. We actually love each other very much.
Yeah. Sure.
So anyway.
So I don't know why it's been on my mind lately, but for the past few months I've really been considering what my last meal would be.
It's kind of sad.
To the point where Jess is getting annoyed. And
why you keep bringing it up?
Yes, and I only bring it up after I eat two things. It's either pizza or Taco Bell. And after every time that I eat one of those, I'm like, if it's pizza that I'm eating, it's like, oh man, I don't know if my last meal would be pizza or if it would be Taco Bell. I don't know.
It would be one of those two.
Absolutely. Yeah. I love junk food.
Bro, but what about a nice filet mignon?
No. I want pizza or I want Taco Bell. I love Taco Bell.
I know you do, but
I love it.
Bro, what?
I love it.
That would be your last meal, Taco Bell? You know who says that?
That or pizza? Who says it?
Meth heads.
I've been watching a lot of Breaking Bad.
What would be your last meal? I don't know. Taco Bell?
It's like that.
No teeth. They got no teeth. They're just sucking on a carneus. What is it? Beef?
Black bean quesarito?
Yeah.
Quesarito? Oh, don't even get me started on quesarito.
Bro.
Baby. That cheese sauce, there's nothing like it.
No, there's plenty like it.
No, there's not. So, I feel compelled to ask you what your last meal would be. Say you're in prison, and the sheriff is like...
I'll tell you right now.
Okay, tell me.
No, what... I want to finish the role play here. The sheriff goes what?
The sheriff says...
What am I, in an old western prison?
Yeah, this is the
Do they still call it sheriff?
Yeah.
No. In a regular prison?
Well, some people... Yeah, some towns have sheriffs.
Oh. Anyways, keep going. The sheriff says what to me?
Alright, Cody. We're going to have to put you down later today, and I'm going to have to know what your last meal...
Put me down? What am I, a dog? Still got that dog in me this week? I'm going to have to put you down, buddy. What do you want for your last treat? Salmon or chicken? Oh, man.
We're going to have to put you down later. I'm fixing to get you a nice meal. What's it going to be, Sonny? What's it going to be? You tell me right here and I'll get it for you.
I think
not to exceed $25.
$25?
You can have as much money as you want.
Yeah,
what would your last meal be?
I'd spit in his face. I'd say, you never call me Sonny, idiot. And then I would say, get me a big fat juicy filet mignon wrapped in bacon with mashed potatoes.
I love mashed potatoes.
And the juice of the steak is just going into the mashed potatoes.
Okay.
And also on the side, probably... I don't know, man. Do I get dessert?
Yeah. You get anything you want.
So that'll be my main entree. My appetizer would probably be some like really good like pan-seared salmon.
Wow.
And then my dessert would be chocolate mousse all the way.
I love chocolate mousse.
And I would eat that, and I would die a happy man. I would like if someone was like, "I'll make that for you," not even on death row. Yeah. Like, "I'll make that for you, but after I'm gonna kill you." I'd say, "Deal, let's go." Where do you want to meet?
It has to be perfect.
Yeah, I know. It has to be cooked perfectly and exactly what I just said. But if they did that, I'd let them kill me.
It's a happy way to end the life.
Yeah,
I suppose.
2 good things in one day.
Yeah, well, that's fair. To each their own, I suppose.
Yeah.
I would be like, all right, Sheriff, you're going to have to give me your phone because I need to mobile order the black bean quesarito because they won't sell it to you if you go in the store.
Jeff be like, "I want 6 black bean quesaritos, a large Baja Blast, and, I'm feeling a little risky. I want a biscuit from KFC."
Why do you have to make me talk like that? I just got so self-conscious. I think, oh my goodness. Is that what I sound like? Holy guacamole.
No, that's not what you sound like. Gracious. I use the same voice for like anything like that. You know what I mean?
Well, more or less that is what I would say, so I guess you hit the nail on the head.
Yeah. That's a good thought. I mean, I've thought about that before. Like, what would if I was on death row? That's a real thing. They get you like your final meal.
Is it? I've never known if it was real or not.
I'm like 85% sure that it is a real thing. I could be wrong. Maybe it was a real thing and not anymore. Or maybe it like depends on what you did. But I feel like if you're on death row, everything you did is really bad.
I would think.
But I think it is the last thing. I guess it's like the best thing. I mean, you're going to kill them, so.
Do they deserve a last meal? Would you something bad enough? I mean,
I know. That's why I think they might have gotten rid of it. Do you stay away from me? Would you rather be put on death row, not knowing when you're gonna go, or spend 25 years in prison?
And I'm how old I am now.
Yeah, like right now.
I'll spend the time in prison.
25 years?
Yeah.
Long time.
It's a long time, but I'm sure prison's not great. But you're living for free, and you can, some places have like courses and stuff, and I can read all the time. I love to read.
Golf courses?
No, not golf.
What do you mean courses? Oh, like
courses you can
like
take.
for school?
Yeah, like you could get your GED or whatever. Not that I need my GED.
I was gonna say you have your high school diploma, so GED is pretty irrelevant.
I don't know. I feel like I could take the time to learn a lot.
So it depends on the prison for you. Like, what if it was a crappy prison where like most of the time you had to be like in solitary confinement or you just were like in your cell a lot and you got like 2 hours of outside time.
Can I read?
If someone sends you books, yeah, I guess if Jess sends you books,
she would.
I'd send you a book, hollowed out.
Hollowed out.
And I'd put inside.
Oh.
I'd put inside.
I thought that was the name of the book.
Send you this new book I wrote, Hollowed Out. It's about my life.
That was good.
It's my autobiography.
Hollowed
Out by Jacob Cody.
Oh, gosh.
No, I'd send you a book, huge book. Hollowed out inside, matches, a Swiss Army knife.
Okay.
A spoon.
Okay.
And...
It sounds like I'm about to do drugs. A spoon and matches.
Yeah. And probably a kilo of crack. I want you to have some fun in prison.
Perfect.
Or you could sell it.
I'd probably just do it.
Go over to like Cheeseburger Eddie, remember from Longest Yard?
Yeah.
Sell some crack for some cheeseburgers. Or maybe some Taco Bell. He'd get you anything.
I want the bell.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I would honestly just rather be put on death row.
Really?
I just, if it was like a chill time in prison, like you were just chilling and you could have like regular visits, maybe not. But like 25 years is a long time.
That's a very long time.
And nothing's going to be the same. You're going to get out. You're not going to be able to get a job. If you are, it's going to take you a while or it's going to be crappy. You're like, you lost all that time with your family. Like, if you had you're married. Like, you think Jess is waiting 25 years?
No.
You know what I mean? Like, maybe. Like, I don't think, like, if they're not, and you're in prison, so what you did was probably not good.
Mm-hmm. That's
so
true.
they're definitely not waiting for you. So at that point, it's just like, man, I mean, this is kind of morbid, but death row, you get a good meal. Unless it was the like electric chair, I don't think.
Yeah.
I think that's like outlawed now, but yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. The thing about it is, at our age now, we would still have a lot of time after prison, in theory, unless we got hit by a bus or whatever. But
yeah, imagine like you just step right out. You're like, I'm free, baby.
Mm.
And then like you get hit by a bus, or like the World War III starts, and you're like drafted immediately.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. Cool. I actually have one more question for you.
Okay, what do you got?
If you could visit any place in the world right now, and you're not in danger, so like you can go anywhere, and you have unlimited money, and you have 3 days, where would you go and what would you do?
Ooh, unlimited money in 3 days.
Yeah, and you're not ever in danger, so you could go to the most dangerous place in the world, and you wouldn't get hurt at all.
I wouldn't have a desire to go anywhere that dangerous. I would probably just go somewhere. I'd go to like Italy or Switzerland or something and just have a ball. I don't have a desire to go anywhere like Iraq or Baghdad or Saudi Arabia or Russia or any of those places.
Yeah, I would like to see what Russia's like. I'd like to take a sneak peek into North Korea. See what it's actually like, But I think I would probably go to like New Zealand.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And just go to Mount Doom, Lord of the Rings. That's where it was filmed. Maybe the Shire. I don't know. Anyways,
I like that. I like that question.
What would you do though? Like, I know ball out, but like, what's one specific thing you would do if you had unlimited money and you were in Italy?
I don't know. I would golf if I could. I would golf. I would eat at an expensive restaurant. I don't want to golf with the Pope.
No?
No.
Oh.
Golf with, I don't know. Someone else.
Giulio
Gallerati, Marco Andretti, who knows?
Yeah, the most famous Italian guys we know.
I don't even know what Andretti is. He might not even be Italian, but...
Yeah, I think I'd go, if I was in Italy, I think I'd buy David the statue.
Yeah.
And take it away and put it in my house. Passive income.
Yeah.
You want to see David? $1,000.
All right. Yeah. That's what I would do too. Yeah, no danger?
Unlimited money. No danger, unlimited money.
All right.
Yeah. If I was in New Zealand, one thing I'd do is I would probably rent a helicopter.
That's a good answer.
And like just be like, and the guy should fly me around and be like, hey, bring me here. Like land me on top of like this sick scenery, and I just jump out and I'm like, bro, what? And I have a picnic on the top of this freaking mountain in New Zealand.
See, that was a good answer. This goes back to me not being able to think outside the box.
Yeah. Have you ever... I've also wanted to go to Madagascar. Mostly because of the movie.
Yeah, me too. I don't know what it's like, but I'm sure
King
it's
Julian.
Like that. Yeah.
King Julian.
I like to move it.
All hail the New York Giants. Yeah, I'd like to see. Maybe the lemurs would be nice. Yeah.
I think the lemurs would be dope. I wish I could live in the Madagascar movie, actually, and just hang out with,
Yeah, Mort and King Julian.
And, the rest of the boys.
Yeah, the rest of the boys. Oh, man. Yeah, that movie is... Did you ever watch Zaboomafoo? With the lemur? It was like a kids' National Geographic, or maybe it was PBS or something like that, but it was... Like these two guys, and they hung out with like an actual lemur.
Really?
And his name was Zaboomafoo.
No, I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, he died the other day.
Really?
Maybe a couple of years ago.
How old was he?
He was
or
old.
a couple. You can't remember.
It was a couple of years ago. I think it was a couple of years ago. I just remember I heard the news and like I actually got sad and I was like, man, Zaboomafoo's dead. He was like 23 years old as a lemur. I don't know if that's old or not.
I couldn't tell you.
But yeah, he was a cool guy. I mean, lemur.
He was a cool guy.
But no, he's I miss him.
Same.
Truly do.
All right, you wanna make like trees?
Wrap it up.
Yep. All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. Please rate us with 5 stars and subscribe to the pod. Follow us on How I Met My Brother Pod on Insta and TikTok, and please sub on YouTube as well. Thank you all, and we love you.
Much love.